Hugras from the Hugras Reports YouTube channel had a very interesting question that he posed for us. That was, he wants to hear what our primary, secondary, and tertiary hotel programs are, and do you have the credit card for each of those programs? Why or why not? First is going to be Hilton, because I like the status, but second will be Hyatt because it's easier for me to cover short stays. And then tertiary right now is Marriott by default, not because I really want it to be, but because I've never stayed at an IHG or a Choice hotel or a Wyndham or an Accor, all of which I want to try, but I've not been able to. And I've gotten a lot of good experiences at a Marriott property, and I typically pay cash for those, with the exception of using the Marriott Business 5 free night sub. I did that for Cancun earlier, back in August, the end of August. I did Cancun 5 nights at an all-inclusive Marriott, and that was very fun, and I was treated very well, had a really great experience. But outside of that, I never use Marriott points to book anything because I don't really have any, and I'm not willing to transfer my Chase points or my Build points, I believe, to Marriott. It's just not going to be a great return really whatsoever. So, and of those three, I have the Hilton Business that is, I'm just waiting for the annual fee to post, and then I'm canceling it. My partner has the Marriott Boundless, though. So, like, between our two-player setup, we have two of the three, I guess. But yeah, I suppose that's it. I don't have any plans to get the Hyatt card. I don't have any plans to get a different Hilton card anytime soon, and I'm not going to get a Marriott card anytime soon. So, yeah, I guess it's kind of a strange situation for like the setup, the programs that I like versus the cards, because oh wait, and I have the Marriott Business, obviously. So, but that's not a keeper card for me either, because I don't know, like the cert's like 35K points, I think, and it's fine, but I don't know. It doesn't excite me enough to want to pay $125 for it, I guess. And even a 95 with like the Boundless, it also doesn't excite me. And maybe that's just like preference bias, like with like getting like all of these like Hilton status, But yeah, I guess I just have to keep trying out the other programs. I just haven't had a chance to actually do it.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's where I'm at. I'm still kind of a novice to hotels. I have a lot more experience with airline stuff, and it's actually kind of opportune, because I used to stay at Airbnbs and vacation rentals, and especially my partner, it took her a while to really warm up to hotels. Some of them can feel kind of boxy and clinical, and not too cozy, So it's like, on the other hand, those prices have gone up so much on vacation rentals, and I've stayed at so many budget Airbnbs that are inadequate in ways that even the entry level brand of a Hilton or a Hyatt would be significantly better. So, and then there's the question of like, how much energy do you have into researching these different places and reading 60 different reviews? If I'm going to a Hyatt house, I don't have to go crazy reading all the Google reviews. I kind of know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
I get a mattress that's comfortable enough that I can actually fall asleep.
Clean.
Staff that is minimally competent in the areas that we need them to be, so that our stay isn't miserable.
Right.
And so having that's great, and then finding ways to make it, if not fancier. I mean, certainly when it's fancy, then like a good example is like maybe there's a private balcony or a private deck or something like that where you have some outdoor space, where it can feel a little cozier. Suite upgrades are always nice.
Oh yeah.
Because even if you have windows that don't open, like I was lucky enough to get a suite upgrade at the Ritz-Carlton in New Orleans, with only
Oh,
Marriott
that's right.
Gold status. It was just, even the agent at the desk seemed surprised. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's like a glitch. I don't know. You got a glitch upgrade." I'm like, "Okay, I know it's
Eh,
not that Bonvoy
say
Gold. I'm not
less.
getting." Yeah. Now that I said it, no one's ever going to get it again, too.
Right,
You know,
right.
I don't know.
They're watching this. They're gonna be like, oh, gave that to
Oh
Mike.
man.
Lowly gold status.
Yeah, so let's say my top. Okay, right now, I mean, as much as I'm like really champion, I don't want to say championing Hyatt, but I'm definitely like a Hyatt enthusiast. But if we're gonna go on cards, because the question was about cards and not about hotel brands. So right now, my star player is the Hilton Aspire. Um, I can easily get the value out of the credits,
Mhm.
um, easily compared to, let's say, the MX Gold or other cards that, it's every single month.
Yeah.
There's more difficult. Like I have two of the Delta cards. They're kind of a pain. I keep them because they're worth it. But, with all the monthly and other credits, it's like, it's kind of a lot, you know, monthly $10 Resi credits if you have the Delta Platinum versus 20, but anyway, we're getting the airline, like hotel. So Hilton Aspire, everyone's talked about this card to death, but
Yeah.
you
For
don't
good
need
reason.
it necessarily. Like I think a Hilton Surpass would probably be just as good in 95% of the cases where you'd be using your Aspire. Um, but I just really wanted it. I guess I knew that I had a lot of Hilton stays coming up this year, and I wanted to maximize the value of those, especially these
Sure.
pre-night certs, because I put so much
Well,
spend
yeah. I
on
mean,
the
they're
Hilton Business
uncapped.
card. I was like,
Un-
okay, yeah, I really wanted to try Diamond, and it was all in the course of education. Is Diamond that much more valuable than Hilton Gold? Probably not. They both get the same breakfast, or not breakfast credit. Yeah, breakfast. Well, food and beverage credit.
Food and beverage
Um,
in the U.S., breakfast outside the U.S.
yeah, that's right. So that's number one. Number two, that's tough. Maybe the IHG Premier Business. Um, you need an IHG card in order to get the fourth night free,
That's true. That's true.
and it's not a fantastic card outside of spending at IHG. I'm not sure how valuable their status. You get like platinum status, I guess, platinum elite, whatever they call it. I haven't had the chance to really test out the
Okay.
utility of that as much as Hilton, Marriott, and Hyatt. Um, but it's a great program. It's an underrated program, and it really helps fill the gap in areas that other other hotel chains don't. So it's I have a feeling that for me is always going to be at least in the top three. Um,
Gotcha.
but right now, I would say it's second. I would say it's really just having the card, even though I don't really spend on it at all. It's still a pretty crucial part of my hotel strategy. But yeah, so the number three card, just to bring it back to the hotel thing, is the Bonvoy, just because Marriott is, I think it's worth having a Marriott card, at least one card in your setup if you want to be a hotel free agent and you want to know that you'll be able to stay somewhere that you have a card you can get benefits with. Um, there's so many Marriotts, and I think their points are overvalued. Honestly, I don't know why their points always show a higher value than Hilton and IHG. Um, I don't get it, because
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Maybe it really depends on where you're looking, but you
definitely.
know, Marriott, I have reluctantly grown to appreciate them a little bit more. But yeah, the Boundless it's not a great card. And now I just reached my 1 year anniversary and I have this 35K cert. It was hard enough to use the 50 in a way that it felt satisfying. Now at
Yeah.
35, I'm kind of like, I don't
No,
know.
35 was rough. We had to get creative with that one.
Yeah, I don't think it's as good as the Hyatt, up to category four, probably. I don't know. It depends on where you're looking, but
Yeah.
a lot of the places where I'm staying, which are a little pricier, especially on the West Coast, man, it's hard to get good value in hotel
Yep.
chains anywhere in the West Coast.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's true. Well, especially where you are in the Bay Area, I'm sure it's madness.
yeah, yeah, but there's diamonds in the rough.
Okay.
You know, you just have to get a little bit lucky, maybe set some alerts up,